Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for April 2020. This is going to be for Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Scorpio. You may be in love with Scorpio. Hopefully Scorpio is in love with you, if that's what you want. And many of you were just intuitively guided to the channel, and you're not even a Scorpio. Just trust in that. Trust in that these readings are really open for everyone. And when I say everyone, it's who they're meant for, right? So if you find yourself at the channel, chances are there's a reason. There's a very good reason. So allow your mind to open, right? Allow your heart to open. And let's see what's going on, okay? So we're going to do a couple shuffles, and while I do that, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and start doing your deep breathing. For those who are new, it's just taking 4 deep breaths. You know, fill your lungs, fill your belly with air, and hold it just for the count of 4, and then release it. But when you're releasing it, release anger, release jealousy, right? Breathe in positivity, release sadness, breathe in possibility, and exhale doubt. I always invite your guides in to the reading. I'm sure they're here way before I'm even here to work with my guides. And, you know, the law of the land here is that they must be in unconditional love of the highest light. We have no need for darkness. Not that we're not going to, you know, chances are some of you are traveling through a little darkness right now, so the goal is to help you find your way out. Pause the video if you feel like you need to. Remember, this is your video. Do whatever you need. Bring your own deck out. You know, if you're already a reader, maybe you're just beginning. Bring your deck out and, you know, see what you get. I did notice the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like I gotta mention him. That could be a potential Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. As many of you know, my daughter Jennifer is a Scorpio, a true Scorpio. I mean, she's got a heart like no one I've ever known. Compassion, right? You know, she got the other side, but don't we all? Her birthday is October 29th. And she has her own channel. It's called Jenny Loves. I don't know if it's Loves Tarot or Jenny Love Tarot. So definitely check her out. She reads very much like me. But she's learned early maybe to make them shorter. So those who like shorter videos, you'll love her. Alright, we open your reading with the 9 of Pentacles. You know, that's the energy of success, abundance, right? Building my abundance. It's the energy of wisdom, you know, using what I know. For some, it's using my hands, right? It's using, you know, it almost feels like uniqueness, like only I could bring this to the table in this way. There are going to be many people who do what you do, but you bring it to the table in a certain way, right? And it's coming from wisdom. You know, sometimes it's collective wisdom. It's what I've learned. It's what I've heard, right? It's what sat right within me. It's of my past lives, right? Like I have walked this walk. Even if I fail, I know that I can get back up again, right? Because I've done it. I've done it. So beautiful energy to open up with. All right, let's see what we have with it. We have the Princess of Cups. So potential Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Could be another Scorpio. You know, when I see the Princess of Cups, okay, well, what I'm really feeling here is this princess, male or female, by the way, it's the action of something that's coming towards me that's unexpected, yet, yet brings me a sense of joy, right? But it feels, you know, it's like unexpected, but in a way, it's like, isn't. So I feel like on a subconscious level, there's something within this that's coming to you, you know, almost like, you know, like I knew it would come. I have this knowing. But on surface level, it's like, oh, wow, thank you. I don't know. You know, it has to do with abundance. All right, let's keep going. We have the Nine of Wands. This is about where I put my focus. All about where I put my focus. You know, if you look at the character in this card, just look at his physique. Look at his muscles. You know, this is someone who, and think about that, right? To build those type of muscles, well, that doesn't happen overnight. It takes dedication, right? Dedication. It is, I definitely taking care of my temple here, right? Why? Well, this is someone I feel that does travel from life to life. And maybe each life, you know, I become a little stronger. I don't know. I also feel like for someone like this person is a protector. But it may be a form of yourself. But he's got his eyes. You know, it's almost like he's looking over this princess, and looking over to that Nine of Pentacles. So it seems like the only one who's surprised here is the princess. Okay, well, look at this. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. You know, this is abundance. This is what's coming into your 3D world. It feels deserved, to be honest. It feels like, even though maybe I'm a little surprised, it's well deserved. Interesting. You know, and the Nine of Pentacles is also a card that carries our guardian angel alongside of it. And that makes me think of a couple different things. First of all, you know, I'm looking at this eagle and I can see its shadow. And it's making me feel like, you know, I've been here before. I'm always here. So maybe this is your guardian angel, and it, you know, and he or she's saying, you know, I know there's times that you don't see me, but I am always here, right? I'm just always here. I don't even know why I'm saying right. I know right is right. And, you know, I'm noticing that she's walking on a path of pentacles. So something that's very much you know, let's just say you came to the reading and one of your questions was, it has to do with a business. And you want to know, can I do it? Should I do it? Will what I need be there when I need it? And I feel like the Princess of Cups is saying, almost like the energy of, yes, it'll be there. And it'll come in unexpected ways. You know, I feel like, you know, maybe I'm waiting for something. You know, I feel like I have put my time into something and I'm ready to take the next step, right? I think I'm ready to take the next step. But perhaps finances is the last steps, and it's what I'm stuck on, right? Well, this is showing me that somehow something comes your way that allows you to take that final step, right? So that can be in the form of a loan, which, you know, this is a difficult time across the world. You know, just goes to show you how we are all one as we all deal with the coronavirus, right? We are all one. And anyway, why am I saying that? I'm just saying that because, you know, it almost seems like, well, this would be the impossible time to begin this, or to expect that this would come in, but nonetheless, it does. And I also feel for some of you, it's just saying, you know, don't think that something has to look this way, and that's the only way. You know, because I just feel like something, maybe its opportunity shows itself in a different way. You know, and that's where you got to be open. Be open. But I mean, here it is. You know, this may simply be saying to someone like, don't give up hope. You know, keep your focus on the unexpected. Like, you know, here I am. I want to begin something, but there's just that one thing. Well, you know, it's like your higher self, your wisdom of past lives is saying, you know, sweetie, we've been here before. It's about time, right? It's about staying strong within it, right? Don't become weak. Don't become meek. Because here is the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, here I am. I showed up in your reading, and you know, period. But your higher self is saying, you know, just be open. Be open to how something is going to show up, how opportunity is going to show itself, and I feel like for some, just be ready. You know, if you're unsure, just act like it's going to happen and just be ready. You know, fill out the things, do the things that you were thinking, you know what, I'll wait to see if I'm actually going to open up this business. Maybe it's writing down ideas, right? Coming up with, I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe it's the first page of a book. Maybe you're thinking, all right, well, I write this book. Who am I going to dedicate it to? So I'm going to write that. Maybe I know how my story's going to end, so I'm going to write that. And then we'll take it from there. All right. With Ten of Wands, boy, all of a sudden I felt that. Like, oh, I had to take a breath. So, Ten of Wands is heavy energy, right? This is the energy of burden. And many times it is of other people's burdens, right? It is something that I have to carry. And I feel a sense of responsibility to it also. But especially in this deck, I have to feel like this fella is, you know, he's carrying these wands, knows that he has to, but just look at his position, like, you know, how's he going to make it up those steps? And I feel like at the top of the steps is the tower. So I'm not really sure. You know, but I do feel like he'll make it. He'll make it to the tower because, you know, it's almost like remembering the strength. You know, I'm just looking at he looks fragile here, right? But what I need to remember is this person's a lot stronger than they think they are, right? Well, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is coming under the Princess of Cups. And in some way, well, I'm sorry, she's not the Princess of Swords, she's Justice. That's weird. But in some way, I don't know, I almost feel like she's got a decision. She's about balance, right? She's about making you feel whole again, like just you like, now I know that I'm living the life I was meant to live, right? Maybe part of the life, yeah, I have to carry some burden. You know, it is through the energy of all this Ten of Wands where I'm able to grow that muscle, right? Become that, you know, that, I was going to say the owl, but it's an eagle. And I think of, boy, the owl and the eagle, what a pair, right? Wisdom and strength and focus, and I don't know, you know, can see through the dark. Like I'll see through that dark. I don't know. So Justice, Carta Libra, by the way, your neighbor. You know, what's being illuminated is her sword, and that's why at first I thought she was the Queen of Swords. So in some way, this can talk about a communication, right? Some type of communication, and you know, this could be exactly, somebody might be writing the story of their mother. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what I feel. I almost feel like I'm writing someone else's story, but I'm very close to that story. We have the Prince of Cups. So we have the Princess of Cups. Now we have the Prince of Cups. And we have Justice, who is connected to them. So the Princess of Cups is about receiving something. Pretty, you know, I really don't expect it. But I already, you know, but what it tells us that this is gonna feel good emotionally, right? So in my heart, however that is. Nine of Wands behind there is a supporting energy, is like, you know, almost like a meant to be type of thing. And, you know, it's almost like graduation, because almost like just believing in yourself is a form of graduation. And this is what brings in this Ace of Pentacles, right? You know, you showed your compassion side, and Justice is almost like saying, now it's your turn. It's your turn. Well, what follows is now the Prince of Cups. This is someone who is bringing in that emotional cup. You know, he's not a horse of white. So there's a sense of purity to him. At least that's how I see it. I feel like this is someone who comes from experience, whether it be a lover, whether it be someone who is going to help, within the building of this Nine of Pentacles, whether this is someone who's involved somehow. Anyway, whoa. God, I don't like to turn cards away, but we're going to take them. I feel like it's a lot of cards, but there must be a lot to your story. Okay, let's see. We have the Chariot. Oh my God. So the Chariot is coming under the Ace of Pentacles. That's kind of beautiful. Look at just this. Let me bring this down a little bit. Look at just this, let's call it a postage stamps. We have the Ace of Pentacles is connected to the Nine of Wands. Well, the Nine of Wands, again, is, this is strength. This is knowledge. This is, there's no fear in that energy. If there's a battle to be had, I'm not fearful of it. This is someone who'd be in the front lines, right? Front lines. And whereas focus is really over the Princess onto the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like it's someone's guardian angel, to be honest. And for some of you, you may already be in this Nine of Pentacles, so you may be well rooted in how you make your money, and maybe it's been love that you haven't had. It just feels like this person within the Nine of Wands. I think I've been calling him Pentacles, because he's carrying the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. It just feels like, baby, it's coming. It's coming into your world, right? It's coming into your world in unexpected ways. I don't know. This is interesting. We have the Three of Cups. Some of you, you're going through a difficult time right now, but I feel like, if we were to go into the future a little bit, I feel like you then will tell the story in some way. It can be on film, it can be in a book, it can just, it can be online, however. I feel like you then will tell that story, because you're definitely a part of it. And I just feel like your words, your action, feels like your words, however they want to come out. And listen, it's like in unexpected ways, just going to feel right. It's going to feel right. And it just feels like, what does it do? It changes your world. Takes you to the next level, right? We have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is being willing to give up my past life, right? It's, the Eight of Cups, I had to be careful that I'm not focusing on what I had, what is lost, right? This is the energy when I'm not thinking about what could be and, what exists, right? And I'm feeling very romantic as I say that. I'm looking at, like, look at what I've lost. Look at the sorrow in my life. And, so I have a certain type of energy, and then what is that energy going up against? It's going up against the Princess of Cups. And, there's just something coming to her, which is really you. And the Eight of Cups talks about two cups that just have yet to be found, right? They just haven't found them yet. And, and Justice is saying, listen, we just want to make you whole, but But where you're putting your focus, isn't going to bring you where you need to go, where you want to go. We have the World, which is beautiful, right? So the Prince of Cups is connected to this next portal. Let's say here, and here's the ride. The Chariot is what's going to take you there. So there's a lot of energy talking about you being balanced, right? Just balanced. Not no one's looking for perfection. It's like have your emotions balanced. Realize, like learn not to take things personally, right? Someone's perspective differs from yours. Well, that doesn't make anybody right or wrong. It's just that's your perspective, and here's my perspective, and I don't let it weigh on me. 10 of Wands, it's like I let everything weigh on me, right? I worry, and but I feel this sense of responsibility to that. I don't know why I keep saying I don't know. So the Eight of Cups over here next to the World card, you gotta want this. You gotta want this. And the World card talks about your spirituality. Well, we opened up your reading with clearly knowing that your guardian angel is with you. I mean, I have no doubt in that. Even when I don't feel them, they're there. Sometimes I'm just meant to experience some tough things, and to where I get my muscles, If my guardian angel was to step in and save me every single time, well, I would be nothing over here, right? This lifetime is about me learning how to stand on my own 2 feet. But your guardian angel is like, listen here, I'm here to help give you the signs, right? This is the the Princess of Cups. She's receiving something beautiful, right? In her 3D world that she definitely deserves. It's going to make her whole again. But she's got to let go of her expectations on it. She doesn't have them, but do you? And that can relate to so many things, right? We have the Two Swords. So this is when I'm in my head, right? I'm in my head. It's funny because here I am surrounded by beautiful energy, right? The Chariot. It's almost like the universe is now showing you the way. But now it's up to you to say yes to it, right? And it's like, I want it, right? I want it so bad, but my fears are taken over, right? We have to remember that she's blindfolded in here, and she chooses to be blindfolded, so there's something she's unwilling to face. I often feel like it's something we're unwilling to face about ourselves, right? We have the moon right behind her in this card, but this moon is, it's beginning to be illuminated. And, she's not going to be able to deny that for long, because that moon, I don't know, I feel like the moon turning into the sun. Anyway, and the swords are over her heart. So she's got fear relating to that too, right? She's fearful to open herself up. So when I said that we could say no, right, we could stay in the eight of Cups, and we can keep focusing on what I've lost and what was, and, all that. That's what this Two of Swords is, right? But there's such beautiful energy surrounding her that there's no way she's not feeling her intuition there too, right? And there you go. It's like, what do I do? Right? What do I do? Well, the moon's being illuminated, so to me that means, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm not meant to give you the answer. This has to come from you, right? But the moon is illuminating not just itself, but her. Let's keep going. Wow, this is a lot of cards. Well, there's the moon. Here's the moon, and the moon is coming under the Three Cups. Some of you, it may be about forming a partnership with someone, and, you don't know if it's the right thing to do. You certainly don't want to do it because, well, some of you may feel like you're doing it because, I'm going to use a singing group for an example. Like there's three girls. Maybe they're sisters. I don't know. And, let's start a band. Let's go be famous, that type of thing. Let's make money, because you can certainly make money from it, right? But somebody within that group being like, it's not that I don't love you and all that, but I feel like I need to be my individual self here. You know what I mean? So, it's difficult, but you have every right to follow what feels right to you, right? You just do. It doesn't make it easy, but it's learning that your soul's calling is your soul's calling. Anyway, we have the Six of Swords, which is beautiful energy. Six of Swords is saying, I'm willing to leave it behind. I'm willing to no longer fight that I be heard, right? If it doesn't mean much, it doesn't mean much. And like, I'm learning that some battles just aren't worth it. Like, who am I putting stock in where it's only their opinion that matters? Someone not appreciating you for who you are. Well, shame on them, because, you're capable of really anything, right? Now, you just got to believe that. Anyways, the Six of Swords is saying even with the moon right next to it, like, so she's not going by the sun, she's going by the moon. Maybe I'm going at night, I don't know. But the one thing I know is I've learned the lesson of letting what doesn't matter go. I'm no longer sweating the small stuff. If certain people have used me for whatever the reason, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. They're meant to walk their own path, and some of you had to be in that Ten of Wands. You may be taking care of your parents, and I don't know. There's a lot of different reasons why we're in there. Anyway, but the Six of Swords is saying, the ones that really don't deserve the help or what have you, I'm letting them go. It doesn't mean that you'll never see them again. But listen, you're letting their opinion go. You're letting their value of you go, right? Because really, you're just being held back. The Hermit, card of Virgo, coming under the moon. So, wow, you want to talk about spirituality. It almost feels for some like this is a time, it's almost like going into dang it, I knew I was going to forget the name, like a nunnistry, but I'm thinking the one that usually men go to. What is that called? You guys will let me know. I feel like it starts with an M. Anyway, that's to the extreme of it, but I feel like what this is saying, as you enter in this next portal, right, which you're faced with that question, you're being faced with that question. It's going to be up to you if you decide to take that blindfold off, right? But Six of Swords over here following this moon tells me that, it tells me you do take the chance, right? So entering this next portal, number one, we already know the King of Cups is in that portal, right? So certainly could be referring to love. Right now I'm in the love that I was meant to be in. The Hermit. Well, the Hermit's in that portal. This is when, this is the deep thinking. This is the deep learning, right? This is when, that pen on that paper just feels right, and things just come out of me, right? They just come out of me. This is when my spirituality grows, right? And this is when, whether I wanted it to be or not, this is where I can really learn to master, right? I can become the light for the world. But, following that Six of Swords, I got to know who I am. Well, we have the Ace of Swords. To me, this is the truth. For many, this is a yes. So it's coming under the question. It's coming under the Two of Swords. Should I or shouldn't I? The Ace of Swords to me is yes. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know how many ways to say it, right? And it seems like as soon as you make that decision, there's the Chariot, right? But this Two of Swords, even though annoying, also important, right? Because, there's a lot of learning that took place here, but just feels like the 3D world. And, people who said things to me and I took them on, and staying with people just because I felt obligated to them, forgetting that I also have my own life, right? All these type of things. So, and all that awareness that comes to you, it just feels rewarded. It feels rewarded because it's saying, okay, you're ready. Like, you're ready now to enter into this next portal. You're ready. And, this Chariot, because the Prince of Cups is next to him, some of you, I know it's love, right? I know it's love. And I love that the Ace of Swords is supporting, is being the feeding energy to the Two of Swords, because I just feel like right? Because some of you, you're meant to be light workers. You're meant to, be asking those deep questions. That's what it starts with. My questions just get deeper and deeper and deeper. And, one way or another, they come to me, but they get deeper, and and I love it, right? This is, I feel like I have more understanding of just why we're here and everything than I have ever had in my entire life. And, it's comforting, right? It's very comforting. Anyway, we have a couple more cards. We have the Seven of Cups, so that's choices. But listen, that's choices. This is turning into a chaotic energy. So this may be, this yes or no may be needed sooner versus later, right? This might say, just make the choice. Right here, I'm fearful that I'm gonna make the wrong choice. Well, that's because you're stuck in all here, right? Get yourself out of there, right? Become the Six of Swords, where the understanding that, their opinions really mean nothing. Like, they have yet to even begun to see who I truly am, right? And when I go to that energy, the Seven of Cups is nothing. All those other cups, they just dim, and the right choice is illuminated. So, I'm not fearful about this, especially with the Ace of Swords coming right next to that. We have Judgment. Well, this is the rebirth, right? This is your ancestors. This is your soul's calling. This is great news. But there is no room for pettiness. There just isn't, There's just no room for it. And it's just a new way of being, right? It's like the promised land. I don't know. For some of you, you become very psychic at this time. Parts of you open up that, I don't know, maybe you weren't there before, and, it's all on purpose. You know, that's the thing. It's all on purpose. So your path of being that light worker, or whatever that means, that's a million different things. But, you know, if you are one, you know it. You know, or you feel it. And as you allow yourself to feel it, it grows and grows. But, you know, wow. Well, hello, Two of Cups. That's a soulmate, right? Who better to spend the rest of your life with as you are expanding spiritually, as you are becoming more knowledgeable, as you are becoming less judgmental, you know, as you are learning to appreciate the moment to moments, right? Who better to spend that time with than your soulmate? Who better, right? Well, it's good to be a Scorpio. But listen, this isn't only for Scorpio. Okay, so this is the Lovers. Card of Gemini. Its basic meaning is a head over heart decision. We have the Two of Swords here. Someone all in their head, right? This is a connection to someone. Look at this. I mean, so how did it come up? Came up like this. It came up Judgment. Judgment says, this is about a rebirth, right? This is a call to you. It's like your telephone rings, you pick it up, and you're like, hello? And they're saying, hey, this is the universe calling. It's time, right? It's time for this new life. It's time to allow your soul to now take over, right? It is, you know, you've been in your head, and we're telling you, it's a yes. It's time. You're protected, right? You're protected with Judgment. It's your ancestors, right? You know, this is a lot of unconditional love that is rooting for you. And when you enter the world energy, you realize that. You start to feel that. And man, it's powerful. It's powerful. So, you know, this is a call to attention. But listen, you know, we're not asking you to take this next journey alone. Because this whole journey is about love, right? So we want you to experience it all, not just the knowledge, right? Not just the your spirituality, you know, not just the deep thinking and then receiving those answers, you know, not just the writing of the books and the singing of the songs. This is about it all, right? And your two of cups, right? This connection. You know, I feel like for some of you, it's like, I have felt you my whole life. Like, I felt you my whole life. And I knew we were connected from the moment I laid my eyes on you. Some of you, you haven't met this person, right? The Princess of Cups, she's saying maybe you're thinking of one person, but then boom, Charlie shows up. Well, Charlie, I mean, you know, but the next thing you know is you're having these long discussions with Charlie, and you know, it's like he hears me and feels me, and I feel him, and you know, things turn. That's all the universe is saying. Like, be open to, just be open to it, right? You'll know with the Lovers here. You'll know. Here is the connection, right? Here are the two people. I mean, just look at that. Wow. For some of you, it's like in the nick of time, right? In the nick of time. In the nick of time. Here I am, the Ten of Wands. It's like, man, do I just bring the damn tower? Right? In the nick of time. And, guardian angel's like, hey, I've been here all the time. You just refuse to see me. But I've always been here, right? I've always been here. Now there seems to be a certain, like, now's the time, right? Here it comes. Here it comes. And it's good. I mean, where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? I think we go to an oracle card. I mean, dang. Every reading I've done this month, maybe it's my new location, I don't know. But every reading I've done this month has been deeper than the last and feels more meaningful. I mean, they all are feeling like super meaningful. But like, I don't know. We're in Aries time, so this is a time when energy is moving, right? Moving quickly, but for many of us, it's moving towards spring and summer. I mean, we're in spring, but don't feel like it. To what we normally would consider happier times, I don't know. Let's do an oracle reader. We're going to do the Mother Mary. Someone asked me a question about Doreen Virtue, who is the creator of this front cover design. Trisha Bree Dental. I mean, I'm so bad with names. Sonia Rasa. Anyway, they asked me because she gave up tarot and dedicated herself to what I believe is to God, I think. And I think God was probably always part of her life. But anyway, they asked me like where she is. Did she change her name? All that. And I don't know. I don't know. But once I purchase a deck of cards, they are no longer anybody else's but mine. You know what I mean? So Doreen, bless her soul, can do whatever Doreen wants, but that doesn't stop the fact of the energy, because these are years of energy that we've put in, and that's that. I feel like these are cards, so we have action. Action. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off, and then we have trust. I know that God, in His infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. That's what the reading is saying. Something's coming. It's coming quick. It's not coming too quick that you can't handle it. So let's read. We're going to start with action. Okay. Mother Mary sends you this gentle reminder that sometimes you must take human action in order for your prayers to be answered. Such is the case with your current situation, where you may have disregarded or procrastinated working on a priority. Mother Mary is compassionate and understands that you've got multiple responsibilities demanding your time and attention. Even so, this is a case where things will stay at a standstill until you take steps in your desired direction. To clarify which steps to take, sit quietly and interview your heart with these questions. What is the most important to me? What is the most important to me? How much time do I devote to these priorities daily? What can I do right now to support them? Notice the thoughts and feelings that arise, because these are part of the answers to your prayers. Then ask Mother Mary and the angels to boost your motivation and confidence to take these actions. I mean, do you think that that message was meant for us? Was meant for you? Trust. You ask this question because your desire... Okay, let me start over. You asked this question because you desire reassurance that everything is going to be okay. This card asks you to trust that indeed it will be. By relaxing with faith and trusting in God's infinite intelligence, you open the doorway to the answers to your prayers. In this way, you are more receptive to hearing heavenly guidance, which gives you intuitive instructions about which action steps to take. As you take them, you bring about divine results. This card promises you a favorable resolution to your current situation, even if it differs from your expectations. Mother Mary lovingly asks you to step out of the way so that God's handiwork has room to enter. Surrender any fear, worries, or desires to control the outcome. Trust in God's wisdom and love. Wow. Wow. You know, I'm learning more and more and more that I am the vessel that's bringing you the message and me the messages. And, you know, these are some of my deep questions. But I'm feeling more and more, I just feel with everything I have inside of me and more that these messages were meant to be heard to you. I mean, they just covered your reading, but how elegant they said it at the same time. Anyways, what am I doing? I love you guys so much. Thank you for allowing me to be part of it. Thank you for, trusting in me. And, I feel like I would have never opened up the way that I'm opened up if it wasn't for you. Almost, it's not like you're telling me it's okay, but you're showing me that it is being heard. And so that tells me that it's needed. And if it's needed and I can give it, wow. I'm more than happy to do that. And, I've come to truly love you guys. Truly. You may think that's silly, but I'm telling you. And you have become my family, period. And I hope you're allowing me to be your family. I think we're here to help each other. So comments that you have, leave them. If they're super negative and they mean nothing, if it's what was meant to be left behind, leave it behind, it's not that I can't take it, but why? I feel like we are rising, and, if you're not rising with us, it's okay. You will when it's your turn, when it's your time, but, I don't know, guys. I just thank you. Thank you for your donations. I can't do this without donations. I just can't. Maybe someday I can. I don't know. I shouldn't say I can't. Right now, I'm not going to use the word can't. I'm just going to say thank you. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. To show me that, not that you care, but that you hear it, that you hear the messages. Thank you for taking just a moment and giving it a thumbs up. Stupid, but it makes me feel good. Again, and plus, I'm a numbers kind of girl. So I look at the percentages of like thumbs down, thumbs up versus views. Not to the extreme, but I do look at that because, listen, I only want to be the best I can be, period. I only want to be the best I can be. Even the things that I put on my desk, I think of you. And boy, I have so many things I want to get. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm talking too much. What an absolutely beautiful reading. I hope you feel like I do, and like I've said in all the readings, I hope you have stuck around to the end, because to miss what just happened, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for being part of the reading. I will see you soon.